I'm here because of the impact the cuts are having on the whole of the health service, and I'll just give you a practical example. When I took my prescription to the pharmacy yesterday, they said to me, this doesn't have a GP's name on it. And I said, well, my practice doesn't have any GPs, it's all local. And it's the first time in my life I haven't had a GP. And the pharmacist thought it was a very strange situation, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future.
It took 400 years for us to get it, the NHS, but it won't take that long for them to run it down.
Everything's been privatised. You're going to have to pay money just to get your teeth done.
They're privatising these things on the excuse that it's going to be better if they privatise them. In actual fact, if they're making cuts, I can't see how that's going to make it better. If they're spending less money on it, then you get less service.
Are you worried about what's happening with the NHS?
Well, I am, because my husband's got problems, you know. My husband's got brain damage through a stroke, and we can't get pension credit. They closed Ramsgate Hospital. That hospital belonged to the people of Ramsgate. We are local people. And they can't close Margate. I mean, there's so many elderly people live in Thanet.
What do you think we should be telling the government then?
Well, they're all idiots, aren't they?
Don't get old, don't get old. It's not worth living.
I have emphysema, severe, stage 3. Every 20 minutes someone with emphysema dies. Strength in struggle.
Any message for the government about the NHS in general?
Message for the government? I can hardly bear to think about the government. The government in every area, not just the NHS, is just in thrall to corporate greed.
As of course there are many disabled people throughout the country who are having their benefits cut and all sorts of things, because these private companies are rewarded for cutting people off of being listed as disabled. That's just one thing. Believe you me, it will only take them 4 years, if they want to get rid of it. It can happen, but it won't happen if you say no now. If you do not stand out against it now, you will lose all the good things that we of British fought for over 400 years, and I'm proud of that. And I, for one, as a retired doctor, am not prepared to go along with what's happening now.
20 years ago, we were told that only 2 out of the 3 major hospitals would be able to have 24-hour accident and emergency. There was a big battle going on about which 2 of the 3 hospitals it would be, but eventually it was Ashford and Margate that were going to be 24-hour A&E hospitals. Since then, in these last 20 years, it appears to me that Margate have gradually lost more and more of their departments and specialities, and they've gone to Ashford. So Ashford is a bigger hospital, it has more A&E consultants than we do, and people are now being sent there instead of to Margate, even if what happened to them occurred in Thanet. People must go to their MPs and say it's unacceptable for these proposals to go through, send a protest letter to the new Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, as I've done, waiting to hear, and so that's what I want you to do.
I would say to the government, by speaking to them now, you are morally bankrupt. You need an ethics transplant. You need to get your priorities in order. There's money enough to go around for everything. You tax the bankers, you stop offshore tax evasion. There's money for everybody. So think about it. Turn everything around and support hard-working people who have paid for their healthcare over their working lives.